Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature 30 Minutes. I am Obomman Marvelous. In the headlines, Nigerians react to new mobile banking charge imposed by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Nigerian Army announces move against non-state actors and separatist agitators in the country. Police operatives in Kano State arrest a suspected supplier of motorcycles to bandits operating in Zamfara State. And now, the details. The Central Bank and Nigerian Communication Commission on March 16, 2021 imposed a new charge for mobile banking services in the country. By the new policy, mobile banking customers will be charged a flat rate of 6.98 naira for the USSD banking applications. Nigerians have been reacting to this development, as Signature TV correspondent Chibezobi reports.
And as for me, this flat rate of USD charges is a welcome development, because some of us have been facing the issue. You see, bank deductions are being made on your account unrealistic. So if there are flat rates for bank transfer, we will know how much banks are going to charge than deducting unnecessary.
It's something that all of us Nigerians are expecting. These arbitrary charging by banks are not what we need in this economic downturn. So it's a welcome development if they stay true to it, because sometimes they make a policy like this, so behind the scene, because they will capitalize on the mass illiteracy and still be doing what they are doing before, but they will tell us on the pages of newspaper or any news that they are doing it.
How to show you that government is trying on its own. It's a good thing to Nigerian people. To be frank with you, the economic situation in the country is harsh. So people are complaining here and there. So is a good development on the part of government to reduce it.
Can reduce it to 7 naira. It's a welcome development. It will even help the customers, because all the charges go to customers' account. And if you go to the bank of today, they charge heavily now. Any money that goes in there, there is amount they remove before it drops into your account. Then in that place, they will tell you a particular charges again. This is how they will be giving it to somebody. So if these people can bring their own to 7 naira, it's a very good development. It will even help customers more.
We've always been complaining about banks charging us every end of the month for the things we don't know. I mean, we are not privileged to know what we are being charged for. And so if the charges can be broken down so that you know that, okay, it's because of this transaction I made, I'm being charged this amount, I think it's a welcome development.
In Akwa Ibom State, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru, has announced that the Nigerian Army will soon move against separatist agitators in the country, such as Sunday Igboho and Asari Dokubo. Atahiru's announcement was delivered in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, on Monday at the first Commanding Officers Workshop for 2021. Igboho and Dokubo, in their separate declarations, said that the southwest part of the country was no longer part of Nigeria, and also the establishment of Biafra customary government, in which it incorporated some parts of the southeast and south-south as part of the territory. The army chief promised that the Nigerian army would deal decisively with every form of security threat confronting the nation, including those posed by the secessionist agitators like Igboho and Dokubo. Atahiru assured the nation that the Nigerian army would soon surmount attempts by some individuals to compromise the territorial integrity of the country by the declaration of sovereignty on behalf of ethnic nationalities in the country. In his remarks, the state governor, Udom Emmanuel, said that the security challenges confronting the nation needed a military that is ready and well equipped to face the problems head-on. In Kano State, police operatives in Kano State have arrested a suspected supplier of motorcycles to bandits operating in Zamfara State. The spokesman of the State Police Command, Abdullahi Kiwaya, who disclosed this on Tuesday, said the unarmed suspect confessed that he had sold 100 motorcycles to the bandits. He added that the supplier was caught following a tip-off by motorcycle traders in the state. According to Kiwaya, the suspect was arrested in Kano State while taking 2 motorcycles to Zamfara State. The spokesman added that the bandits paid the suspect 600,000 naira per motorcycle. In Abuja, the Senate on Tuesday confirmed the nomination of Wakil Buka for appointment as Commissioner for the Federal Civil Service Commission. The confirmation of the nominee followed consideration of a report by the Committee on Establishment and Public Service during plenary. Chairman of the committee, Senator Ibrahim Shakarau, observed that the nominee possessed the requisite constitutional requirements. The requirements are specified under the provisions of Section 156 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, as amended, that qualifies him to be appointed as a commissioner in the Federal Civil Service Commission. Shekarau said there was no adverse security report before the committee against the appointment of the nominee as commissioner in the Federal Civil Service, as both the Department of State Security and police reports submitted to the committee on the life of the nominee to date did not reveal any iota of crime against him. Members of the House of Representatives have condemned the attack on Benue State's Governor, Samuel Otom. The lawmakers condemned the incident when the matter came up during plenary on Tuesday at the lower chamber of the House. They described the attack on the governor as an indication of anarchy and full-scale lawlessness in the country. The lawmakers, however, commended President Muhammadu Buhari for promptly ordering an investigation into the incident. They called on the security agencies to ensure that those indicted after the investigation were brought to book to serve as a deterrent to others. The attack on Governor Otom occurred on Saturday last week at Tiyomu along the Makodi Boko Road in Makodi local government area of the state. Recounting how it occurred, the governor had told reporters that gunmen numbering about 15 trailed him to the riverbank where he was on foot. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday met with Governor Samuel Otom at the presidential villa Abuja over the attack on his convoy. You are watching Signature 30 Minutes. The news will continue after this short break.
This is signature.tv.org. Breaking the news. Following the news. Analyzing the news. 247 round the clock. All on the go. signature.tv.org. News in your pocket.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned to Signature 30 Minutes. The news continues. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has accepted a petition filed by the Mutual Union of Thieves in America, which was earlier rejected by the House by Deputy Speaker Ahmed Wase. Wase had prevented the lawmaker representing Gwa East, Gwa West Federal Constituency in Benue State, Mark Bila, from laying the petition before the House, but the lawmaker brought the petition back at the plenary on Tuesday, and it was admitted. The Deputy Speaker prevented Bila from laying the petition, claiming that the House does not entertain petitions from outside the country, asking the Benue lawmaker if Mutual Union of Thieves in America was registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Wase had also said he was not convinced that Nigerians in America could protest against insecurity in Nigeria, ruling that the House would not admit the petition. Wheeler had faulted the Deputy Speaker, stating that the Constitution gives Nigerians the freedom of association, adding that the House has committees that handle issues relating to foreign affairs and the diaspora. A non-governmental organization, Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, has accused President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration of lack of transparency in the recovery of stolen assets. According to the organization, 6 years into the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, there is nothing to show for its fight against corruption. CISLAC disclosed this on Tuesday at a press briefing in Abuja. It also called on the National Assembly to enact a legal framework for the management of recovered stolen assets. The executive director of CISLAC, Owar Rafasanji, said that the President Buhari's top agenda was to fight corruption, but has not shown much commitment to deliver on his promise. Rafsanjani claimed that money recovered by President Buhari's administration is moonlighted by politicians under the current administration. The CISLAC boss therefore called on the federal government to account for the billions of dollars that have been recovered from corruption proceeds from former President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration till date. In Katsina State, the Katsina State government has directed the reopening of 6 boarding schools from Sunday, March 28, 2021, for the continuation of the 2020-2021 academic section. The boarding schools include Government Unity Secondary School, Malum Fashe, Sir Usman Nagogo College of Arabic and Islamic Studies, Katsina, Katsina Government Girls Secondary School, Dusin Save, Government Girls Arabic Secondary School, Dosima, Government School for the Deaf, Malum Fashe, and Government School for the Blind, Katsina. The state government also directed the reopening of all the female boarding secondary schools. In a press release signed by the State Commissioner of Education, Badamasi Charanchi, the ministry stressed that COVID-19 protocols must strictly be adhered to by students, staff, and visitors. The Katsina State government had earlier on February 28 also directed the reopening of 4 boarding schools in the state with effect from Tuesday, March 2, 2021. The commissioner, while making the announcement, clarified that boarding students in the 4 command schools in the state are to resume fully, while male students in the remaining boarding schools should report at any nearest secondary schools to their places of abode to continue their studies, and their female counterparts should await further instruction from the government. And now the stock market report. Trading on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange closed negative, with investors losing 9.36 billion naira after a 178.1 billion naira gain on Monday. The equity capitalization on Monday rose to 20.25 trillion naira from 20 trillion traded on Friday, but fell on Tuesday to 20.25 trillion naira. The loss was driven by a fall in the share prices of Zenith Bank, Dangote Sugar, and Transcorp, with 50 kobo, 10 naira, and 2 kobo losses on their share prices. The all-share index consequently closed at 38,704.97 points from 38,722.87. The volume of traded stocks rose from 277.23 million to 410.38. The volume of traded stocks, however, rose from 277.23 million to 410.38. The value similarly rose to 5.98 billion naira from 3 billion naira on Monday. Zenith Bank and Guaranty Trust Bank were the investors' delight, having 534 and 435 deals respectively. In volume and turnover, Dangote Sugar traded the highest volume of shares, trading over 107 million shares valued at 1.8 billion naira. There were 20 gainers and 20 losers at the close of trading. CAP PLC was the highest gainer, while Livestock Fuels PLC led the loser side. And on the foreign scene, in Germany, German Chancellor Angela Merkel has announced that Germany will enter a strict shutdown for 5 days over Easter as it fights rising infection rates fueled by variants in a new pandemic. She said the decision was reached after an exhaustive meeting on Tuesday with regional leaders. It also resolved to keep tight to the existing measures already in place, including keeping cultural, leisure, and sporting facilities shut down till April 18th. Merkel and Germany's 16 state premiers agreed to a tougher shutdown between April 1 and 5th. Almost all shops will be closed during the 5 days, and religious services will be moved online over Easter. Only grocery shops will be allowed to open on Saturday, April 3rd. And now for sport news. In Portugal, Portuguese centre-back Kepler Pepe has withdrawn from Portugal's first 3 upcoming World Cup qualifiers after suffering an injury in a league match for Porto, the Portuguese Football Federation has announced. The Portuguese Federation announced that Sporting defender Luis Neto will take Pepe's place in coach Fernando Santos' squad. Pepe was due to return for the first time since October, but picked up a muscle injury in his right leg in a 2-1 league win at Portimonense in Saturday's game. Portugal will begin their 2022 World Cup qualifying campaign for Qatar against Azerbaijan in Turin on Wednesday in a match relocated to Italy for health reasons. The European champions will then travel to Serbia on Saturday and Luxembourg 3 days later. Goalkeeper Rui Patricio has also been forced to withdraw from the squad after failing to recover from a head injury sustained playing for his club Wolverhampton. He was replaced by Olympiacos goalkeeper Jose Sa. In London, Arsenal technical director Edu Gaspar has been told to replace the Gunners right back Hector Bellerin. The Gunners have problem at right back with neither Bellerin nor Cedric Soares at the required standard this season. Bellerin has also indicated a desire to move on, and former Arsenal striker Kevin Campbell thinks Bellerin should be replaced by Inter Milan flyer Achraf Hakimi. Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Nigerians have been reacting to the new mobile banking charge imposed by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru, has announced that the Nigerian Army will move against separatist agitators in the country. Police operatives in Kano State have arrested a suspected supplier of motorcycles to bandits operating in Zamfara State. Please do well to stay safe, maintain physical and social distance, and wear your nose masks while going about your daily activities. And that's the signature 30 minutes. On behalf of my producer, Damilola Abujo, I am Obomanu Marvelous. Thanks for watching.